Hello, everyone. Good morning. Happy Monday. And welcome to another beautiful episode on my podcast, Monday Morning Muse. And hello, June. June is one of my most favorite months. I was married in June, and my little cupcake was born in June. So, two beautiful memories making this month even more favorite than my birth month, April, which I used to be crazy about before getting married. So, from June, I'm planning to start a little thing which will have a big impact in the long run. Three little things I can say. First of which is working out. I do once in a while with great rigor and I drop it in a few days. So this time I'm going to be more consistent. Number two, journaling end of the day and reflecting upon how my day went and planning for the next day. And lastly, I have been hearing a lot about practicing gratitude of late. So I'm going to maintain a gratitude journal. Let me start off with a goal of 1 month, and next month I will get back to you on the changes I see. Okay, now coming back to our podcast. Today I have taken a topic which used to be a point of criticism for me earlier. And like I said in one of my previous episodes, as we get older, we learn to appreciate what our previous generations once did meticulously. And the reason for this topic? I have a flashback. 2 weeks back, I had gone for a baby shower in a place called West Mambalam in Chennai. And while returning, I told my husband I wanted ghee poli, which is very famous in one stall, and it was just 2 streets away from the baby shower location. My darling husband, who never says no to me, took me, and on the way, my son saw a shop selling toys. I told my dad to hold him, and I took my phone in the trust I had on Digital India and walked to the store and got him a cute little toy. It costed 80 rupees and I told him, Anna, scanner. He said, Purilama, meaning I didn't get you. I repeated, Anna, GPay. And to my surprise, he didn't have GPay. Meanwhile, my husband had come looking for me and I told him to get cash from the car. In that 5 minutes wait, the shopkeeper told something which actually hit me. I first asked him, why are you not having GPay, Anna, when the whole world has it now? And he gave me reasons like he doesn't get the whole amount which is credited, and his point was valid. He is standing and selling toys in the hot burning sun in Chennai, but why should the government get a share of it while they are not even given the basic amenities a taxpayer should have, like roads, water, electricity, etc.? After his reasons, he asked me one question. You use GPay even for a 10 rupees chocolate, right? So end of the month, are you able to keep track of your expenses? That hit me. Sometimes end of the month, I do scratch my head thinking, where did all my money go? And he continued, but if you withdraw, say a fixed amount for your personal expenses and keep in your wallet, you would check what is the amount I have in my wallet on a regular basis. And you would control your expenses and impulsive buying, having the budget allocated for your expenses in mind. He concluded saying, money should be respected equal to God. At least that's the case for lower middle class sects like me. Only then money will stay with you. And I could agree to it no less, keeping God, no God debate aside. I kept thinking about it while walking up to the car. And when I entered, I narrated the whole incident to my husband and dad. And I told them, true, right? I am not able to keep track of the money I recklessly spend. Unlike how I used to when I used to have hard cash in hand. That minute I decided this is going to be my topic. And I could link this to many people including our parents. Until very recently, my parents or my in-laws didn't install GPay or any other payment app. And they had hard cash in their wallet. I remember persuading my dad to install GPay so that it was easy for me to transfer money in case of any need. Until now, my dad-in-law goes to the bank and enters the transactions in the passbook. And look at me, I don't even know where my passbook is. And needless to say, on the investments, my dad and dad-in-law still have a little diary where they follow the age-old method of writing down the investments and expenses. I remember I was also told to do that, but at the age where I used to mock the old school people, I snorted back saying it's just a click away, and even better, I will have it all in my hand if I have an app installed. But now, I have been working for almost 10 plus years, and is my earning in proportion to my saving? Definitely no. Where did my money go? No idea. And now I appreciate the tracking down of expenses and making note of each and every penny I spend and checking where I'm spending more to cut down on my ruthless spends. That way I'm able to save more is what I realized. And not just on money matters. We can take up on many examples. Early to bed, early to rise. We all learnt it in school. How much did we keep up on that phrase? Max till we were in school? Then of course, life happened. Job demands late night logins and extended work hours never lets us see the sunrise. To be honest, I remember seeing the rising sun just once or twice this year, and that too might be because of some necessity that I can't miss. But have you ever thought how much this is impacting our health? The early to bed, early to rise was formed so that our body does the work internally when we sleep. But are we letting our body follow its pattern? Many a times we discuss this. My grandma is 95, my dad and mom in 70s and 60s, but the youth of today die of heart attack at 30, 35 or even lesser. This is being discussed, but what are we doing to rectify it? Let's take another example. Shopping. I remember when I used to get only 4 dresses in total for the entire year until I was in school. One for my birthday, one for my sister's birthday, and that's how it works at our home. And on my birthday, my sister gets it too. One for Diwali and one for Onam. And when I entered college, there will be 1 dress shopping per semester. Maximum 10 dresses, which will just be on repeat mode for the next 6 months. But now, apps on my phone has around 100 plus wishlisted clothes. When I'm sleepless in the night, and unfortunately, if I scroll any of these apps, I end up buying 2 dresses. And now for my husband and kid too. So what happens when Diwali comes? There is no shopping vibe at all. I might already have dresses which I haven't worn yet, and the ritual itself is getting lost. Eating out. Me and my husband have our dinner out every weekend. We do have our own excuses like let's go to the park, temple or beach and have dinner on the way. Let's just drive and finish our dinner outside. And the biggest excuse, we get to spend time with each other only on weekends after a long week at work. But the happiness that I used to get when my dad used to take me out once in a year to Saravana Bhavan, and when I see the crispy ghee masala dosa, it's not there now. Why? Because I'm seeing it every single week. We are losing out on interest on the little things that used to make us so happy once, right? And let's not forget the money we spend here. Most important thing that I have started realizing of late, repair and reuse. That was a wonderful practice followed by the older generations, be it objects or relationships. But now, no one has the time to see what went wrong and will repair do the job. No one has the patience to check on how to make things work. And abundance of money in hand, and back to point 1, reckless spending. And let's talk on where we started, my decision to journal on a daily basis. I still see people journaling at the end of the day. Mostly our previous generations. that gives us so much clarity on what we have planned for the day. When that's set in our mind, we will work towards it. Else, we'll work on random things that comes our way, and end of the day, we have no idea what we did throughout the day. Of course, there has been so many advancements in the current era. But sometimes the older practices were indeed the golden and maybe best for our livelihood. Even if we have switched to our modern mode, instead of mocking on everything the older generations did, we can try to inculcate certain things that was way better than the modernized tech-savvy practices. Do you have any practices that you follow, taken from your previous generations? Do let me know in the comments box. And if it's worthy, let me take it in too. Thank you for listening to this episode, and I hope you liked it. Request you to subscribe, like, and pin your comments on this episode. I will be back again next Monday with another episode of Monday Morning Muse. Until then, spread peace and take care. Lots of love.